So this is a simple to-do list application that I developed using React.js. And I'm just going to briefly walk you through how I was able to do this. So I have a document here that's going to accompany me in this. So it has the list of features I was working with to build this application. So I wanted the to-do list to be able to add a task, see a list of tasks, mark a task as complete, delete a task, and also update a task if it's not marked as complete. So I'm just going to briefly demonstrate those features. So there's a prompt here to enter a task. Let me just say clean my room. I'm able to add a task. I can mark one as complete. And if I do, I can update it. But if not, I can update this one. Let's say pick up my kids from airport. Don't know why, but sure. And when I press save, it's updated. I can also delete delete it, and yeah, so you can see I've been able to demonstrate all the features that I listed, and I also have some steps written here to kind of briefly explain what I did in the code. So obviously, I first of all use create React app to get a boilerplate React code. And then I just mostly work with two components. So I have a to-do item component, which represents this row of data here. And the to-do list component, which is like the actual whole component itself. Right, so let's just pop into some code very briefly. So if I go into source, under my components folder, I have the to-do item component. And pay attention to the list of props here. So we have one for complete, which helps us know if the task is complete. Then we have the uncheck. This is a callback that runs once you press this check button here. We have the onDelete. Is a callback that runs when you press the delete button. And we have the update callback that is run once you press the update, once you press the save button actually. So let me just uncheck this. So once I press the save button here, the onUpdate callback is run. Then we also have task, which is the actual task that we see here. And the ID is just a unique identifier of the specific task or the specific to-do item so that we can keep track of it in the data structure that we stored them in. Speaking of data structures, the one I used to store the to-do items is a hash object, or in JavaScript, it's known as a JSON object. So there's an interface that represents type the type of JSON object is. So the ID will be used as a key, and the value would be the task and a Boolean value to represent whether or not the task is complete. Then these are my callback functions. So one to add a task. So it just generates an ID and then inserts the task by assigning that ID as a key and then the task as a value. Then the update callback, um, it pretty much just updates. It takes the ID and updates the value of the task. Then the delete callback just deletes the task from the JSON object. Then the uncheck callback just toggles the complete value for this specific task in the JSON object. So that's pretty much it. Hope things were clear, and you can test this out yourself using this URL. I've been able to host it on Netlify. All right, thank you very much.